community ranking. We are group number 2, and our group members include Jacob Cole, Brennan Peanut, and Maddie Suburban. So to give you an overview of what we were researching, NASA is looking for a specific community. This is because they hope to build a research facility where they will bring back this extraterrestrial microbial life form to do different studies and projects around. Their perfect community should include a variety of factors such as a stable local government, the ability to include new jobs, a specific location where they can transport to and from, and a variety of other characteristics. We researched 3 different communities: San Angelo, Texas, Fairbanks, Alaska, and Alamogordo, New Mexico. We took into account these factors when ranking them for who we thought would be best to house this new research facility. The first community we researched was Alamogordo, New Mexico. Alamogordo is a rural town in New Mexico with fair weather year-round. It is surrounded by dynamic geography varying from the White Sands National Park to large mountains. It offers a variety of food, activities, and sites. We really thought that this community would be a great location for the NASA facility. When taking into account the various factors we mentioned, we thought location, local government, and economic impact were the greatest importance when thinking of a community to move this new facility. For Alamogordo, we found more positives than negatives, and this is why we ranked it number 1 and thought that NASA would be best to move here. So some positives around location was that it is very secluded and offers privacy for this new facility to do their research. There's also a high military presence in the area already, and so we found that the community would probably be well suited to another facility. There are no major impacts when thinking of location in terms of weather. We thought transportation might be a negative, but we feel as though the positives outweigh that negative. Next, for local government, it is fairly stable, fair, and has a good history, and we think that this offers everything NASA is looking for in terms of relocation. And lastly, for economic impact, we know that NASA would add a huge amount of jobs, but it would not be the only source of revenue or employment, and so it would not disrupt the community so much so that we feel it should not be there. The city would need to prepare for the impact of all these jobs and a new facility and all these new people coming here, but we feel that they are best prepared.
Fairbanks, Alaska. Fairbanks is a prominent city located in the heart of the interior of Alaska. Surrounded by a vast wilderness, the city truly embodies the pioneer spirit as it has grown throughout the years, making way for buildings and suburbs, all while sticking true to its rugged and rich culture. Despite the glamorous charm the city holds, the area fell second to Alamogordo in our ranking the greatest cities for NASA to build their facility. We closely analyzed location, local government, and economic impact as our driving factors in making our final decision. For location, although the city has seclusion and multiple military bases in the area, they experience harsh, unforgiving weather that includes blizzards and earthquakes, as well as frequent blackouts. In an already expensive establishment, NASA would need to make a large additional budget to combat the weather and maintain the facility. We felt in order to improve its ranking, the city will need to show consistent stability and power and improved infrastructure in regards to the problem weather poses. For local government, There are many boards and commissions dedicated to tackle issues that arise or pose future threats. They listen to the community and strive to make a safe and happy environment. However, the city is experiencing widespread budget cuts, and the need to prioritize spending becomes crucial, thus making plans fall through. We feel NASA needs an increased stable political environment in the city for them to consider moving to the area. Perhaps an increased budget and additional revenue to help the government finish intended plans can strengthen their cause. Lastly, the economic impact the city is experiencing is rather shaky. On one hand, the city has proven itself time and time again, as seen throughout their rich history. On the other hand, the city is experiencing major budget cuts. NASA could help bring forth an economic boost to the area, or moving in could put the city further at risk in their unbalanced budget. This uncertainty is what is holding NASA back. In order for this ranking to improve, the city needs greater and consistent financial stability.
San Angelo, Texas lies in the midst of West Texas ranching country, almost in the center of Texas, and is home to about 100,000 friendly people. A virtual oasis, San Angelo is home to 3 lakes, as well as the beautiful Concha River, which runs through the heart of the city. San Angelo, Texas would be a fine place to put a research facility, but when stacking it up against Fairbanks and Alamogordo, we found it best as a group that San Angelo be the 3rd-ranked city. In terms of location, local government, and economic impact, there are a lot of benefits going for San Angelo, Texas. But when looking at the negatives, there are a few that cause major concern. One being that San Angelo is not located near a major city, which could pose issues for supplies and any other resources needed for the facility. Also, with local government, there are a slew of scandals that have taken place, which does not bode well for the stability of the city, which obviously is a huge concern when placing a large government research facility there. And San Angelo also houses an Air Force base currently, and it's not known whether the city's infrastructure could handle another facility.
In closing, we understand that starting a huge project like building this new NASA research facility is of great importance, and we know NASA takes great thought in choosing the community they will locate to. After hearing about San Angelo, Texas and Fairbanks, Alaska, and the different variety of factors that go into what their local government is, where they are located, and the different economic impacts that this facility would have, we would agree that Alamogordo, New Mexico offers the most beneficial partnership for this new facility. This community will have everything NASA needs, and anywhere they might be lacking will only be for room of improvement. We know NASA would be extremely happy here, and we can't wait to welcome them and see what they do in New Mexico.